Roseanne. Roseanne was kind of like forced into that. They forced her into that.
True. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not, well, it's political in that we talk about like abortion and stuff like that. And
Actually, I shouldn't say she was forced into that because that was one of the issues that they had with her when she was on that show is that she loved Trump.
Right. She got fired for it. She got fired for her opinion.
She got fired because she was Ambiened up. In the middle of the night, she made some tweets about the lady from the government that looks like the lady from the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't know that lady was black. She thought that lady was Jewish. And she talks about it on stage. She's like, I thought that bitch was Jewish. And if you look at her, you get it. Like, she's very light-skinned, and she has straight hair. And, unfortunately, the joke that she was making, the only reason why she could make that joke is because it kind of works.
Right.
Like,
It's pretty accurate.
Right. But it's not. She was just an old lady who has mental health issues, who's on Ambien and a host of other drugs. And people wanted to ruin her life for something she didn't even fucking remember doing.
That's the crazy part.
Bro, they dope people up with all kinds of wild shit. And then they make you responsible for what you did when you were on that wild shit. That seems so crazy.
Ambien's the fucking scariest to me.
Kevin James made a turkey. I think it was a turkey. He made a meal and then woke up in the morning, saw the plate of food. Is like, what the fuck? He thought someone broke into his house and cooked. He didn't remember anything.
I was living with Dice when he was on Ambien. It was brutal. He would move the car in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
We thought it got stolen one time, and here he parked it in front of somebody's driveway, so they towed it. But he moved the fucking car. I'm like, dude. He would wake me up as these characters. He would. Listen, it's enough to live with Dice. I don't need extra characters.
He would wake you up as characters.
He would do this black guy. I forgot his name. He would do this military guy.
But
it was always, hey, wake up. And I'm like, like my father's back. What? Like crazy.
That is so funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
He would do some crazy shit. So I believe Kevin doing that. But Andrew would eat wild stuff. Like,
oh, yeah. People do that. There's people that have been in like shootouts with the cops.
Mm-hmm. He got off it. Thank God. Is Kevin off it? I hope.
I do not know.
Oh.
Wasn't there someone who like drove to his in-laws' house and killed them with a crowbar?
Oh, Jesus.
Like something crazy. Some guy did something crazy on Ambien.
That's Ambien and anger mixed together.
Well, the thing is, it's like you could take a person who's not that smart and maybe has a real problem with their in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the father and him have even gone to blows. Who knows? That shit happens.
Sure.
You get a picnic, too many Bud Lights. Next thing you know, dudes are duking it out. Here, sleepwalker acquitted of murdering mother-in-law after 15-mile drive.
Wow.
What the fuck, dude?
Acquitted.
I look how we're so ghetto. We can't even look through the LA Times.
Well, just they nickel
it there. Just ignore it.
They're nickel and diming everybody. You have to pay for everything. It's like
Toronto, a man was acquitted of murdering. It's Canada. It's Canada. It's
Toronto.
They're living in Narnia up there.
Yeah.
A man was acquitted of murdering his mother-in-law after saying he was sleepwalking when he drove 15 miles to her house and hit her with an iron bar and repeatedly stabbed her. Ontario Supreme Court deliberated 9 hours before finding Kenneth Parks, nearby Pickering, not guilty on Thursday.
What about the Ambien, though?
More, they try to hit you again.
Is that what he was drinking? Joko, whatever that is?
Does it say Ambien or does it say it's just sleepwalking? It just said sleepwalking, right?
It says because he's in a sleep state.
My nephew's a sleepwalker.
But was this guy on Ambien? Does it have anything to do with Ambien, or is it a different story?
That's what I typed in, and that's what popped up. Let me see if another story.
Yeah, there was something about a guy.
That's so crazy,
who
though.
drove. Maybe I fucked the story up. It seems like that's pretty similar.
But
that's so similar. It seems like I might have fucked the story up.
But also,
this happened in 1987, so was Ambien even around?
Oh,
then?
wow.
No, this is not that story then. It's definitely a more recent story.
Yeah,
87?
Yeah, because this is a story while I was a grown-ass man.
Oh, okay.
Living in Los Angeles, it happened, I remember. I don't remember what I thought it happened in America. It might have been Canada. Canada is silly. They are silly. It's like if you let your cousin, who's like 17, run the house while you go out of town for a week, and then you come back home and like, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
That's Canada.
Here's
What?
one.
Oh, shit.
Local cases involving man who shot at 5 people tests Ambien defense in court. That's a recent one, huh?
Yeah.
That's 2023.
Oh, shit.
So what is this guy trying to say?
He said
He shot at 5 people while he was on Ambien.
No memory
Oh,
of doing it.
wow.
He said no memory of the shooting 2 random cars in the middle of the night 4 years ago. He's probably telling the truth. And I know
Agreed.
Roseanne is telling the truth. I know she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
She was on Ambien and she was smoking weed. And I don't know if she was drinking alcohol, but listen, Roseanne likes to party.
But also, you get like...
She likes to party and
She's
just
drinking and doing
Yes.
it. That's a real dangerous combo.
And look, everybody should understand this because you kind of know, but you really need to know. And there was one of the reasons why I had Roseanne on my podcast right after she got in trouble. I wanted everybody to know what I know. Roseanne got hit by a car
Yes.
when she was 15 years old, and she spent 9 months in a mental health institute
Yeah.
when she was a child. She couldn't count after that. She had straight A's in math. After that, she couldn't do math.
Wow.
She was fucked up. And that wild impulsiveness led to an amazing career as a stand-up comedian that probably came, at least somewhat, some part of it obviously came out of her creativity and her performing
Sure.
and her work ethic and all the good things that are...
She's funny.
She's awesome. But that wildness is a part of that injury. And
Yeah.
that wildness exists in football players. It
Sure.
exists in former fighters. It exists in... There's a lot of people that are running around out there that have brain injuries. And if you get someone a brain injury and then you dope them up with Ambien and then marijuana and then who
Right.
knows what the fuck else. You're taking ketamine and Fox News. She just mainline
And
in
you have
Fox
Twitter.
News. She just fucking Tower 7. Tower 7. She's just taking it.
You have a device that you can tell everybody what you're feeling in that moment. That's crazy.
And it's like you're trying to get responses out of people. See
Yeah.
what the people think. It's almost like testing an audience for some people. And if they don't understand how to manage it, like psychologically,
Right.
how many comics have we seen just get addicted to like being on Twitter all day? Like, get out of there, man. You're losing your life in that box.
It's insane.
It's insane.
I don't know how people do it.